Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. Your hosts today, I'm Jonny.
And I'm Tom.
And I'm Tadeo.
We're three American expats coming to you from the beautiful capital city of Buenos Aires, Argentina. The podcast about everything but nothing, with some expat life, news, and comedy thrown in. This is The Velvet Hammer.
Okay.
Happy?
So what's going on?
Happy third week, guys.
Week 3.
Yeah, we got 3 under our belts. We must be doing something right.
Maybe so. I don't know. Time will tell. We don't have any lawyers, folks. And we have no money anyhow. So don't even bother.
Yeah.
You know, it's a moot point.
It's not worth it at this point.
That's right.
It's not worth it.
We're just gonna offend you. We don't give up.
Yeah. Oh, thank you all for your comments and everything and suggestions. We got a couple of responses this week, so we'll hear that. Wow, but
What, do we have a couple corrections, apologies? Are we going to do this?
that's right.
Oh yeah.
we did make we had a couple flubs.
Yeah, we got some feedback,
flubs.
and we're truly sorry.
If that's even possible.
But we can't afford to lose, share. So what's our first apology? Let's see. Let's see. The Twin Cities. I think I said this. I said that Minneapolis, St. Paul was in Wisconsin. And we got a few on that.
There's some beef
We're
up
sorry.
there. Right.
We know Minneapolis, St. Paul is somewhere close to Nebraska.
Somewhere up there in the north and cold.
Right. Oh no, and I'm sorry because you guys are having like this really cold storm right now, so it's probably even worse that we're dissing you in a minute.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
It's not like it's making it any better.
It's hot here.
Yeah, exactly. We're summertime, so we're not worried.
We're sweating like niggers going to election.
Whoa!
Whoa, we got started fast there, didn't we?
Damn.
Okay. We'll try to calm it down a little bit.
It's really
We
good.
don't want to offend.
Not everyone has
Yeah.
Honey, my people don't want to be offended.
So if you're a nigger, we're sorry. We offended you.
Oh, that was the hard R.
But if you're just a person like everybody else, we all should be,
Whoa.
you should take no offense, please. And I
You
know.
dig yourself a hole that you can't get out of.
In the hood, okay, nigger is a bad word in the hood. I lived in the hood in Richmond for a long time. It's a nigga. Nigga. You can call somebody a nigga. And that's cool.
Okay, Tom.
That's
Wow,
cool.
we are really going for it
Don't dig
today.
that hole anymore. You get out of that hole. while you
Okay,
sit on the
Yeah, you're
chair.
we're
digging
finishing
yourself.
now. Okay.
We
I'm
were
sorry.
doing apologies and corrections, and we are going into a whole
Lord, I was born a southern man, trying to make a living and doing the best. Well,
Oh my
okay.
goodness. We did have a couple of others.
for
okay, what else?
for the double wides.
Oh, well,
Those
this is,
tornado hiccups.
we're not really apologizing on behalf of this, but we're apologizing to you. Our Brahma kind of got out of control.
Oh yeah, we kind of got out of control with that one.
Well,
and that was accident.
I don't think we did it.
I think I was offending people, and then the Brahma came over automatically and said da 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 da.
I think it AI'd itself into our chat.
Probably something
So
like that.
we'll have to include it so it doesn't kick us in the butt again.
Yeah, I think we're gonna make a new chime for when I start offending people. That might be something in the future.
That could be okay. Yeah.
If I offend you, we'll make a little. Oh, Johnny's cussing at people. That or
You know what? We might need a new one because today we're drinking Imperials.
oh, Imperial.
We have switched beers.
Imperial.
We did.
Imperial from the north. I guess it's from Santa Fe.
Oh, actually, just tell us a little bit about Santa Fe, well, at least what you know. Oh, we don't. I
I've
don't
never
know
been.
much.
I've never been. Uh-oh.
We've been here for a while.
I know it's supposed to be having a lot of, Rosario, which is in Santa Fe, is supposed to have a lot of drug problems now, like the cartel and gangs and
Oh, wow.
violence.
But they have a brewery up there.
Everyone has a brewery out here, yeah.
That
It's
could
like
be the
the,
root of the cause.
I know Santa Fe has a Santa Fe brand beer.
yeah, true.
Uh-huh.
But it's Imperial is
Well-
more popular.
Right. And today we're drinking.
Yeah,
Imperial.
it works. It's good for me. I like Brahma better, but that was last
Hey,
week.
I'm doing it already. It's stuck in my head.
Right, here we go.
We try them all. What the heck?
Yeah,
And do we have any more corrections, things that we did?
What is it? Oh, yeah, okay. We're talking to some rednecks in Indiana, and we said something about tornadoes, trailer homes being
Right.
magnets for tornadoes.
Yeah,
and
what you
something
call
about
them,
living in a double wide
bait.
and all that. We kind of we're sorry. We're sorry you live in a double wide.
Exactly, that's what we're sorry about. We're not sorry for saying what we said. We just have to call you out and be like, yeah, we acknowledge you. How about this? We're gonna acknowledge you. We're gonna acknowledge we said that.
You are
and
acknowledged.
leave it at acknowledgement. That's
Okay,
all. That's
great.
all we can do.
We're all inclusive here.
Exactly.
I hope you can accept our most humble apologies.
Yeah, we are.
Paul agrees. Because I'm like holding my hands behind my back with my fingers crossed.
Apollo
Look at that,
sneeze.
yeah.
What? Oh,
We
excuse
are
me.
equal opportunity offenders here. You will all get offended. So what are we going to get into today?
Oh well, so
Ooh.
my thing was my prediction last week was that they would have Malay's thing looked at within the week. It's now a week later, and it's still under debate.
Oh, the omnibus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His new law, but
Knuckle draggers.
China made a move because now he's like running for dollarization and he wants to open up imports so that more countries can import with less taxes, and so there's going to be a lot more competition.
Yeah.
That's good.
So what China did in response is they massively lowered all across the board a lot of the import taxes for Argentina. And I've got some stats here for you.
Wait. So it's like I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
It's
So
gonna
we
be-
can.
Okay,
Oh,
right.
nice.
China did that. They
Yeah.
lowered their import taxes.
Import
Argentina.
taxes. So they're gonna start buying more.
Well, you know,
Nice.
Argentina
Yeah.
decided not to get into BRICS after they said they were going to get into BRICS.
yeah,
And
that's-
so China is probably trying to woo them back, say,
Right.
come on into BRICS, you know,
Right.
we're the new thing.
So over
That's
on
like the new cool kids club.
143 Argentine export products. And just to give you some facts on some of these, we've got sweet corn and coriander seeds went from 13 and 15% respectively, now to 0% tax.
Wow.
Wow.
In infant formula and various cheeses, where's the tax on that? Okay, I will get back to that. Frozen shrimp, little did I know, Argentina is one of the world's largest exporters of frozen shrimp. They took that, it stays level at 2% tax.
Okay.
Cranberries, pecans, and other like fruits.
They have cranberries here?
They have cranberries and pecans in Argentina.
I have never even seen cranberry
I don't
sauce
think they
here.
sell them to the people. I think they only export them.
I have never seen anything cranberry.
I
What
haven't
do
even
you do with the
juice.
cranberry besides?
I haven't,
you know,
or pecans.
Put
I
it
haven't
on-
seen a pecan. Yeah.
Is it pecan or pecan?
pecan?
Oh,
I haven't seen.
Oh, fuck you, Johnny.
I've
The
seen
pecan,
walnuts
bitch.
and walnuts and almonds, but I've never purchased a pecan.
Pecan.
Whatever.
Tom,
Yeah.
so come on.
Cranberries. Okay, so one Thanksgiving, I'm with my family. I have had $3. I still have $3. $3 too, but
Okay.
$3, and my
quick.
ex loved cranberry sauce, and so everybody had to put a dollop of cranberry sauce on their plate. And nobody ate it, of course. And we put the plates down on the floor to clean up, for the dog to clean up.
Oh, God.
And the plates were
Didn't like
absolutely
the cranberry,
immaculate,
yeah.
but the cranberry was still there on all
Jesus.
5
Oh, my
plates.
Damn. So I guess
Yeah,
nobody likes
that's-
cranberries.
I don't know if she got the.
What?
Got the
Well,
hint.
I mean, they must like it in China because they lowered the tax.
They
on
must
it.
make juice out of it then.
Maybe. Oh, cranberry juice. That's true.
Well, that's
Cranberry
good.
juice is
That's
very
good for your
good.
kidneys.
Vitamin C.
Okay,
Kidneys,
well-
there we go, yeah.
All right, so get this: oil
UTI.
seeds, linseed oil, sunflower seed oil, 15% tax, now down to 9.
Damn.
Whoa!
Huge discount. So they're going to be selling lots of oil seeds.
Lindsay, okay.
Boom, boom. So, oh wait, I didn't get the infant formula and various cheeses. I do not have the percentages on those, but what that means is there's going to be a huge increase in exports to China because it's so much cheaper now.
Money
Well,
coming
yeah.
into
And
Argentina.
money coming in, which means all the people that are doing this, they're gonna make more jobs. Those companies are gonna start making more money, and that's
Well,
gonna be
China's
really good.
gonna have to learn how to use pecans or pecans.
Well, they already.
Tom, please tell me. We got 3 again. Is it pecan or pecan?
I say pecan.
It's
Yeah,
pecans.
Yeah.
I say pecan.
You say
say
pecans?
pecan.
Well,
Let's call the whole
They're
thing off.
pecans.
Pecans.
A pecan. Come on.
It sounds like a bird,
What
like
do
a
you-
toucan.
It sounds like a
It sounds like Fruit Loops.
what do they call
Pecan
those things
Sam.
in the park? The toilets they put in the parks at the festivals.
Porta potties.
Porta potties. No,
Pecan.
I like pecan better than porta potties.
Oh yeah, a pecan.
A pecan. Oh, I get it. Yeah, it sounds like a pecan. Like your pecan.
pecan.
Oh, catching on now.
Oh, finally get it.
Am I the only one here today? Are you guys? Have you checked in yet?
Yeah, this Imperial is gonna hit soon.
Yeah, we just started, ladies and gentlemen, on these Imperials.
We got the extra lager. Oh, don't bring Brahma up into this.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, brother.
Imperial versus Brahma.
We're not dissing Brahma at all, but we're drinking Imperial today.
Right. So I mean,
That's quite interesting, though.
And that means something that Malay is doing is already starting to work. China already has inked the deal. The taxes are now lowered, which means more business
Great.
for Argentina.
We gotta get this working.
Immediately.
You know, the Wall Street Journal reported today that Milei is in some place called Dhaka. I don't even know where that is. I think Dhaka, and there's some kind of convention.
Yeah, it's like
Europe.
Yeah,
you saw that,
yeah,
right?
like a Dhaka.
Okay, and he made an address, and he told the whole world, all the people there, basically the whole world, that the world is in big trouble right now. And democracy and capitalism, we've got to get this shit under control. And to be a little bit protectionist and care for our own people, maybe he said that, I don't know. But, you know, he sounds more and more like Trump all the time, to me.
Interesting.
And I think, personally, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he gets everything moving in the right direction, and I think he is, because he's moving away from all the socialism which wrecked this country. I mean, and as much as other countries like socialism, I mean, it's worked in other countries very well, but the Argentinian form of it does not work. So I think what they need to do is back off of that, destroy that system, and recreate a new one with something better. Maybe start over with pure capitalism, and then work your way back.
Okay,
I think that's what Malay is doing. Yeah, pure open market.
Yeah, he's gonna go full open market.
Let's move on to Trump. Okay, so the Iowa caucus was this week, and he got 51% of the popular vote. That's a lot, you know. But then they're starting to look into it, and a lot of people didn't come out to vote because it's so damn cold up there now. The whole United States is in a freeze.
Yeah, you guys are having a storm. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys are safe.
But they really couldn't tell the difference when somebody walked into the polling booth to vote if they were alive or dead, because everybody was just as cold as the cadavers they just dug up in the cemetery to drag them in to vote.
Oh, yeah, voter fraud again.
Jesus Christ.
I know that.
That was probably at least 13% of the ballots cast.
Oh my God.
Dead people.
Oh no. Oh no.
And Trump still wins.
And he still won.
I mean,
And
he won
he
by
still
a
won.
landslide.
I can see that. The Necropolis. We support Trump.
The Necropolis.
Jesus.
You know, hey, talking about these weird old Roman things, in the Roman, when the Roman Empire was really going strong, they had things called vomitoriums. Vomitoriums. I don't know if you've ever heard about this.
No.
But they have these big orgies and a lot of food and a lot of wine, and all the politicians just get freaking plastered, okay? And then when they got so full they couldn't have any more, they'd go to the restroom. I don't know what it was, some kind of a marble hole in the corner and there were attendants there would hand them feathers that they could stick down their throat and tickle their throat so that they could vomit and empty their stomach and go do it again.
Rally.
Oh, we call that a boot and rally.
Rally.
You boot.
Oh yeah.
And then you rally. You come back.
A rally.
Like nothing happened. You go to the bathroom, throw up, you all disheveled, you make yourself up again, walk out like, hello, maybe take a line of Coke.
I'm going to take this really quick because I had this idea that I've been cracking up while you were telling that story. If there was still space in the world for me to create a town, I would call it Necropola. Welcome to Necropola. Where everyone's drunk and basically dead.
And we're located, strategically located in the dead center of Nevada.
There we go.
Nobody's gonna fuck with you there.
Right? We'll go in the history books as the new necropolis.
That's right. The new necropolis.
Necropola, United States.
You know, the Romans had another festival that they had, and it was sometime in the springtime, and Bacchus was the king of the festival, right? The god of the festival.
The god of wine, yeah.
Floralia, I believe it's what it's called. Floralia, which means flowers all together. And this was a time when all the prostitutes in Rome would come out and they'd go topless, whatever, flaunting their services all over. Everybody get really drunk. Everybody would get covered with flowers. Even the donkeys that they had in Rome got flowers all over them. It was a really cool time.
Oh, wow.
That sounds nice.
You could go and buy whatever you want.
Right. Jesus.
Who was the Greek god of wine and parties? That was Bacchus? No, that was
Yes.
that was Bacchus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there were other things he was a god
Another
of
one.
too.
Yeah, like the
he
harvest
was god
or
of
something.
harvest,
The harvest, yeah.
and the grapes and.
Grapes. Well, all of that means
Yeah.
party.
Without a
Harvest,
harvest,
food and wine.
You can't make the wine.
Yeah. You can't have food. Yeah.
But we see what sticks
Right.
in society, you
Yeah,
know, over the
alcohol.
millennia.
Yeah,
You know,
alcohol.
everybody thinks, oh, Bacchus, a drunken son of a bitch, you know. But he was really a pretty good god as far as gods go.
Right.
You know,
From the
actually-
earliest days, we've been making alcohol. We've been
Yeah.
fermenting things and drinking it. and
He
getting
came
drunk.
and visited Earth, but he was drunk all the time. Nobody even know.
Right, even animals do this. Like, there's this one tree in Africa.
Yeah, they go
and
get-
all the fruits, like, they rot on the tree. And
No, they fall and they rot.
They fall and they rot. They create this really sweet fermenty smell. And all the animals come in peace, and they just get drunk. They just eat these ferment. There's monkeys. There's elephants.
You know, someone
I
did a
was there.
research.
I was
they're
at that party
they're just
just
eating.
last weekend.
And they're just
Monkeys and elephants.
That sounds like a normal day at
It
the
sounds
bar.
like a normal party to me,
You're right. I'm gonna have to look this up. The elephants are like,
especially in the States.
they're like, boom. I think the elephants are drunk. The monkeys
Imagine
are
a
like,
huge elephant drunk. Yeah, God.
they're just nodding their heads side to side, drunk as hell.
No, the monkeys are on the elephants, riding on their necks, grabbing their ears, and flapping their ears back and forth. The elephant's
that was like, yeah,
well,
party.
wonder what's going on. Till the elephant goes, gets a snootful of water and sprays the monkeys off the back.
But
Hey, that sounds like a great time.
Well, if I may, I heard a researcher did some research on this, and she found that elephants would actually go to this place
that's good.
if someone died, or like as a grieving tool.
Someone or another elephant?
Someone, like an elephant.
So when they would go
it's
to
a
where all the
known-
fermented,
It's basically the bar.
So,
It's
yeah,
a
it's the
known
bar.
bar.
Oh,
because
my
all this
God.
fruit comes and ferments.
So they would go
Holy
to the
cow.
bar.
So when an elephant
some-
dies, they go to
they
the
would
bar,
go to
they
the bar.
eat this shit and get drunk.
Well, an
Isn't that
elephant
amazing?
wake.
That's
It's an
incredible.
elephant. It's an elephant wake.
Yeah.
I always heard
So if animals,
let sleeping elephants lie. But
So-
you know, wait.
I mean, and supposedly we descended from monkeys, and monkeys also show up at this spot. So
It's a
we've-
bar, yeah.
So
It's
we've
basically
been
a bar.
even like through evolution, we've been somewhere trained in our minds to drink alcohol.
Speaking
Do
on,
you think they had Imperial back then?
Oh, I'm not sure, but it tastes quite good today.
Oh, it's great. It's getting better all the time.
better all the day.
Well, let's be careful with that one. That might be trademarked.
Sorry, I just.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
but
do you say?
drinking through the ages, talking about the gods and all this, a lot of the festivals and holidays we still have today come from pagan and these Roman festivals that happened way back in the day.
Absolutely.
I mean, you had a friend, Jonny, who used to be pagan or Wiccan or something.
Yeah, Justin. Shout out to Justin. I hope you're listening in.
And he talked
Oh,
about,
I've
you know,
known some people like that. Yes.
Christmas and all the,
Yeah, we did summer solstice.
Oh, the solstices,
Yeah, we
the-
did solstices. We did equinoxes. We did
Mm.
full moon parties, and we would do like not like I mean they would call it today witchery, but it was like little just sort of-
rituals.
yeah, we did rituals and
Little
stuff.
things.
Yeah, and it was interesting, and I felt good. I kind of liked it.
It's great.
I was like, this feels more natural than like going to church and being told to eat some fucking piece of corn and drink some wine.
That's a cracker. That's a
Whatever.
cracker.
And be like told that I need to submit. Like, bitch. And then have some fucking priest try and dangle my dangler. Like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah,
that
submit.
definitely doesn't sound right. You shouldn't be dangling my dangler, honey.
At least it was all in the open back in Roman times. You could have your little boyfriend and girlfriend or
I'm
whatever.
pretty sure I just defended a whole bunch of people.
I'm sure,
The truth sets that
I
you
have some things I could say, but I'm holding back, and that's not good. Okay, well, no,
Don't worry about it.
there's an upcoming total eclipse that's going to span the United States. It's going to start someplace down in Texas and go all the way up to someplace near the Great Lakes. It's going to miss all the big cities and everything, but it's going to be mostly kind of total solar eclipse. So one time in Atlanta, I don't even know when the hell it was, probably '83, I was there was a total solar eclipse. And I was out in the Piedmont Park, big, huge park in Atlanta, and there were people all around. It happened at noon, and there was a Wiccan, a group of witches that were there.
That's
and when the
cool.
solar eclipse started happening, they started dancing, and they had little banners
yes.
and tambourines and all
Yes.
this. It was bizarre.
They're
Yeah.
really
I think that's
celebrating.
so fun. Like, why not celebrate like something like that, and then use the energy of like the planets and the moon and just use that energy. I mean, I'm an astrology guy.
Free.
I love astrology, and I know that has an effect on my life. And I'm pretty sure someone's gonna eventually prove it somehow through physics. Like, ooh, you know what? Every star has a gravitational force, and as they all go around, that gravity, that energy of gravity goes through slowly through the universe. And if the moon has enough to make us lunatics, well then small
Well,
gravitational
that's an
forces.
assumption. I think it's an excuse.
Well, I mean, it really does actually create.
Oh yeah, that's why the tides happen. The
okay.
moon
Yeah.
pulls water. That's why we have high and low
Pulls water a
tide.
certain way. So,
So
Okay.
imagine if your body is 70% water,
Yeah.
and the moon comes and
90% water.
90.
Yeah, it's 90%.
Oh, so we're basically just big bags of water.
Well, that's the last I heard. It was
The rest of you
90%.
just shit.
everyone-
I think it's got to be more.
a doctor.
There's a
He's
lot of like
you're
your
a doctor.
brain. Your
Okay,
brain
so
is.
what is our number?
What's the number?
It's probably around 75%. I'd say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you got a lot.
90%
I will
water,
acquiesce to that.
You would have no skin, no hair.
Your brain is all fat.
My would have organs. I was like, oh, 90%.
Now
is
we're just jellyfish.
Who
had that?
Jellyfish.
Superfly jellyfish.
Well,
But yeah, imagine being 70%, 75% water, and all that water gets pulled to your head, and
Yeah.
it's like all the blood getting pulled to your
I mean,
peenie or whatever.
Yeah.
that's really out there. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if I can grasp that.
yeah, I mean, if the moon is able to pull the largest body of water, which is the heaviest thing on Earth, then
Other than your mama.
Well,
then it can
That's
definitely
true.
it can definitely pull that little bit of water out of your little 75% of water into your brain or whatever. No one knows.
People
figured
do
out
get
why,
crazy
but-
with the full moon.
Yeah, people
It's
get nuts in the
wild.
full
I don't know
moon.
why.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's bright outside, and you know you can.
you can see at night.
Yeah.
Instead of it being a new moon, it's dark and you don't want to go out because the monsters will get you.
Yeah.
That
you
moon
know,
is-
the werewolves are out. Werewolves of London.
Could be, yeah. But there is a reason on full moons people get crazy.
Okay, I'll buy back into it. I believed it for a long time, and then something I read in the media. Fuck the media. They changed it. In my life, I have changed the way I brush my teeth at least 15
yeah.
times.
God, right?
Like every year or two, some doctor comes, oh, the way you're supposed to brush your teeth is up and down. Oh, no, the way you're supposed to brush your teeth is side to side.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
it's
do
like,
small circles. You do,
yeah.
You've got to brush your
Right.
tongue. Don't brush your tongue. There's so many. It's all the cell shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
How many times have they said you should eat butter? Don't eat butter. Eat
Oh,
margarine. No,
that's it.
margarine's
Yeah.
unhealthy. Margarine is
That's
actually
it.
shit.
Did
No,
you
eat
see?
more butter.
Like, there was an advertisement that they put in magazines from like the 1950s.
Oh, yeah.
DDT is good for me.
Oh,
And
I
it was
saw
said-
that. You sent that to me.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Good families put DDT in their food. Little babies and nursing mothers need DDT for good health. DDT.
In your food?
Oh, and I thought
Are you fucking kidding
one
me?
of the better.
I saw it. What the fuck?
Yeah, did you see
In your
that?
food?
Yeah.
I really like the paragraph
God.
about you can get apples without worms.
Yeah, if you use
And it's
that
like,
DDT.
whoa, that's
Yeah.
the real benefit.
Yeah. And
DDT is an insecticide.
It's an insect.
Just for the
Oh, yeah,
for the
it
viewers
causes
in case you
cancer.
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
right.
It's outlawed.
Yeah, it's outlawed. Yeah.
Except I think maybe we talked about this before. You can buy DDT at
Here.
some of the
Oh
chinos.
yeah,
Yeah,
there we go.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. They look around. You say you got something for I got to get rid of these cockroaches in my
Right,
house. You
right.
got something? They look around. Nobody. They say
Yeah.
they'll come out with these little packets. of
Yeah,
DDT.
it's like a drug deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is a drug. It
Well,
is a
it
drug.
is.
But it's a poison, not a drug.
Illegal substance.
Yeah, it's a poison, not a drug. So
It's a
It's kind of a drug.
It's a manufactured pharmaceutical type chemical.
It's not supposed to be manufactured now. It's outlawed
Yeah.
worldwide.
Someone's still making it though.
Oh, yeah.
China.
China, they can make anything.
Hey, China can do it, baby.
Hey,
Come
make
on,
that
China.
money. Who knows? You know, make that money.
If they determined a market for a 3-pronged dildo, China would produce it.
Oh my God.
What you would do with that, I don't know.
Well, it'll actually be used in the next 10 years because all these kids drinking lead and they're making babies now. These are the kids from the
The kids eating Tide Pods and shit.
Yeah, so they're gonna grow up with 3 vaginas. So yeah, they're gonna definitely need three
You know, or you could just manufacture 3. People are buying all kinds of shit for their vaginas.
That's true. There was a
You know, get a facelift
there was
for
a
your vagina.
movie that had.
You could probably have a plastic surgeon give you 3 vaginas if you wanted it. You're like, you know what? I don't like my 1 vagina. I want 2 more. And he'll build one for you.
Jesus
Wait a
Christ.
second.
She'll build one for
There
you.
was a movie or a television series a long time ago, and the aliens came here and they had sex, and they had like two penises, and it was really strange, and they oozed all this
aliens did.
slime from their hands.
Ew, gross.
Somebody out there knows what this movie is or this series, and so we're waiting for your answer.
Please tell us.
I
Tell us
know
in the
I
comments.
saw.
You're like, I know that one. I know that one. It's this. You're like,
Yeah.
you win
Come
the.
on, you win.
Yeah,
could
you win
be
the obscure movie of the century award from
Yeah,
the
what
Velvet
is
Hammer.
this?
Absolutely.
Just made that up.
But wow, that sounds kind of nasty. That
Yeah,
was a
that-
movie?
yeah, that does sound
Was it like one for the
nasty.
pig, one for the
Okay,
snake?
look at
That
you.
sounds kind of like
okay.
Ryan Curse.
Consider you're from some planet,
Ryan
that's
Curse.
a million years beyond Earth, and you've managed to get here, and you look at a man and a woman, or a men or women having sex. Okay.
I mean, yeah,
They
we are-
probably look
we're
at it
basically
like, wow,
rolling
that's
around in each
really
other's
weird.
secretions.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross. It's all wet and juicy.
Kind
and
of all wet and
everyone's-
juicy,
yeah, everyone's
and it's over in
oozing out of every orifice.
5 minutes. It's
Oh,
like,
God.
wow.
It's
Yeah,
like 5
rated
minutes
M for
of
mature.
Yeah, very, very carnal nastiness, yeah.
Oh, have you ever seen them? What do they call it?
This is for 18 or older, please.
Have you ever seen them mate horses? Like.
Oh,
big-
God, no.
I have seen that, and I can describe it to you. if
Do
you'd
not.
like to hear.
No, I would not like to
Oh,
hear.
well,
no.
it's really cool. It's a threesome.
Ew. God.
They got 3 horses.
Jesus, I don't need to know this.
Oh, they've got like a fluffer horse or something?
Yeah, it's a stallion.
We live in.
Okay,
We're
so-
living in a city.
Well, let's hear this. I want to hear it. Go
so,
ahead.
Fair enough.
come on, Johnny.
Viewer discussion advised. You
Crack,
get your
crack
next
another
minute.
imperial.
All right, here we
Okay.
go.
Get into it. What?
Here we go.
Okay, so they
my
have
God.
the mare is kind of tied up in the middle of this big arena. I mean, this is science. This is $1 million
I mean,
business,
of course
right?
it is.
In
Of
Texas.
course, of
This is
course.
like Yellowstone all over again. And the mare's tied up.
And they do it
comfortably
here
and
for
everything.
at the Hippodrome.
Clearly. Okay,
The
let's
racetracks.
go.
Anyway, go
Okay,
ahead.
so they bring in a stallion. A stallion is a male horse who has been castrated, and they bring him in, and he nuzzles up on the female horse's vagina, and gets her all hot and bothered, and he gets all hot and bothered. Then they take the stallion away, and he's got to go home and go to Pornhub and do whatever he can do.
Well, but he has no balls, right?
Yeah, right. He's
stallion.
got no balls, but he still gets excited about it. Then they bring in the stallion.
With
and,
the balls.
and he's like 6 feet tall, right? When you hear in the horse
Oh, those
race,
are huge.
it's Alpha Omega, sired from
Keep speak.
Doobie Doobie, sired from this and all that.
Oh, the whole father.
So they bring in the stallion, and they've got ropes on either side of his bridle in his mouth, and they pull him over to the mare, and they've got this white lubricant that they.
Oh, Lord. Oh, this is where it's going to get.
What's the matter, John?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So anyhow, they lubricate the penis of the horse,
Oh,
and as you
Jesus
know, it's 3
Christ.
feet long.
Good
And the
God.
stallion, they
Good
help it
God.
enter the mare, and
They're like, yeah,
With
let's touch this
two-
horse dick. All right,
two-
get in there, girl.
2 pushes, and it's all over.
Hoomfa loomfa.
And that's the end of it.
Good God.
It's incredible.
Damn, you got to like angle a horse dick. Someone has to use their human hand to angle a horse dick into a
Christ.
horse vagina.
And
Maybe
that's-
we've crossed
bam, bam.
the offend you line. but
Yeah, that got really
No,
deep.
I mean,
Let's-
hey, it is a
That's
science. I mean,
science.
yeah, the Kentucky Derby relies on this for their racehorses. So I mean,
It's a multi-million-dollar business.
in fact, yeah. I mean, they probably do it with the dogs for their fucking Pomeranians and their what they call those.
Oh, I mean, they do with
Portuguese
bulls
water
too,
dogs
right?
and
Bulls and
the snickerdoodles or whatever they.
well,
fucking
dogs
call
are a
them.
dime a dozen, but like stallions and like real bulls, like stud, like they
Right.
call them studs or something. I
I
think
mean, I'm not.
that sperm
Dogs
is
are a
worth.
dime a dozen.
Yeah. but-
Okay, come on, folks, give it to us.
Oh God! I mean, you can
Yeah,
get a dog anywhere.
Little
Dogs
Fifi
is dogs.
is not a dime a dozen. I can hear it now. I can see these emails coming in. Okay. Oh,
I
boy.
have a
My
great
Fifi is not a dime.
inspired
She's the only one like that in the whole world. How dare you?
Yeah. Well, hey, by all means, send it to us. We don't care.
Oh, shit.
I will literally read your comment as I sit on the toilet taking a shit, and then I'll be like, I'll take a couple comments and I'll let out a big fart and I'll like, ooh, type another comment like, thank you. Just so you know, I'm reading your comments while I'm taking a shit. I hope that offends you, and I hope it keeps you on track.
Okay, we're midpoint in our show now.
Oh my.
Okay, that went fast.
Jesus,
we
yeah.
we seem to be going downhill.
I haven't even.
Pretty quick. Could you hand me that? What is that? Cravache over there?
Oh, Kabasa, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
It's called cousinier.
Cuisinier.
Cousinier.
Cuisinier.
Cousinier.
Cousinier.
No, is it?
They sell this all over the world?
Cousinier.
I don't know.
I
Cousinier.
don't know.
I don't know.
Cousinier. It's like it's a cafe. Well, they sell lots of these are like
These are
schnapps.
liqueurs.
Liqueurs,
Or
schnapps.
schnapps, yeah.
They have all kinds of limoncello. We're drinking today cafe cognac.
A cafe
Very
cognac.
nice. Put that in
Oh,
your
it's
espresso
good.
in the morning.
It's really good.
It's a bit sweet.
Yeah, well, why you use it for your espresso?
What, it's probably 40
espresso, Johnny. It's called
40%.
espresso, right?
Espresso with an
Espresso.
S.
What?
Oh, you get
It's
so pissed.
espresso with an S, not EX. It's ES.
I always say
Espresso.
Espresso. It's not espresso.
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 He
Fuck
gets
that
so
shit.
pissed.
It's espresso. I mean, the Italians would take
Yeah,
it
really,
as
he
well.
gets so peeved.
Espresso. It's ES.
Oh, now you now
Oh, so that's-
poor Italian accent.
Oh, of course, 'cause I haven't never been, but
That's a North American thing. Okay.
but it's espresso, not espresso.
It's like saying
It's like
axe. Ask me a question.
oh yeah. Well, that's
Well, anyhow,
so.
we'll send that into Starbucks.
Aye.
I
Right.
think they have.
Like, I'll have an espresso. I was like, espresso.
I think it's
Espresso.
probably the,
Yeah, I like peek into there, peek like, no, espresso, you said that wrong.
Starbucks doesn't have espresso.
No, they have espresso.
Valeria and Kmart and all the other little roadside
Roadside diners.
roadside
Shopping
diners
marts
and stuff. They have espresso.
Espresso.
That's what they got, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, it's like espresso that doesn't exist.
I mean,
That's
coffee
stupid.
has been bastardized in so many ways. Coffee used to be like
Well, at
good.
least let's have some respect for the name. An espresso, a
There
quick
are-
30
there
to
is
45
pumpkin
second
spice
shot
latte.
at 9 bars pressure of a highly ground, very darkly roasted coffee is an espresso.
We have a coffee aficionado here.
That's what an espresso is. A tiny little shot of that. Done.
But I imagine
I
John
cannot do it. I
I
love it.
cannot drink espresso.
Espresso. Oh,
I love espresso.
little
I had
shots
one
of
this
Oh,
morning. Yeah.
just
Take a shot of it,
I got an espresso one time in Italy.
which is the
And-
best espresso.
Yeah,
That's where it comes
espresso.
from.
And there wasn't enough liquid in it to even make it down my throat.
Oh, yeah.
It coated my throat.
Yeah, it's
I
delicious.
think
Delicious.
the lady that made it for me at the bar in my little town kind of had it in for me. She didn't really like me because, you know, the bartender,
Yeah,
who,
but
who was a good friend of mine for years, he decided to marry this woman. And I went to him and said, come on, Party, don't do this. You know, this is a mistake. And I think she heard that. And
Oh,
after
of
they
course
were
they-
married, well, they were married for like 5 years, and he's got 2 daughters now they're divorced and all that. But
Oh, I guess
she
you were right.
took it out on me with that espresso.
Espresso.
Don't they usually
Maybe.
have espresso with lemon slice and like some sparkling water?
Sparkling.
I've never
So
seen
you
that.
take it and then you
Yeah.
take a little lemon and the sparkling
Yeah,
water.
because
and
the
then, like,
sparkling water helps
cleans the
clear your
palate.
palate out and get us a little that coffee taste because it's really strong and very
Oh,
bitter
God,
and really
that's
black.
so-
I mean, but it's 9 bars of pressure, so pressure plus extremely hot temperature makes the temperature higher. So it literally takes everything. It takes a drip coffee, except in a matter of seconds. It's really amazing.
Delicious.
Yeah, you put it. It's like 9 bars of pressure. Like we don't even have that in the atmosphere. It just puts it under pressure, and pressure makes temperature higher. So they got really hot water, real high temperature, really finely ground, hard roasted coffee with lots of caffeine and lots of flavor. It just pushes all that out.
You could spend a lot of money on an espresso machine.
Oh yes,
On a
exactly.
machine for your house.
Oh, they're
That's why I've
gorgeous.
seen them at Media Mart in Italy. That's a big chain. It's like Circuit City, which doesn't exist anymore, but Best Buy. And you can get an espresso machine for maybe $50, but you can spend up to $1,000, $1,500
you can
on
get
an espresso machine for
some,
your home.
Yeah, when I was opening a restaurant, I was planning to open up a restaurant, a coffee shop, study center in Washington D.C. The Cinessos cost $15,000 to $20,000. They had 3 pumps, three things.
You're shitting me.
Yep.
$20,000.
That's a new car.
Yeah. Extremely expensive.
But those things are
because
gorgeous.
of the pumps. It's because of the pumps. If the pump is not good, it can't produce 9 bars. And a bad pump, after like 10 or 15 shots, will break. So it needs to be fucking built like a goddamn Bentley.
Sure.
And it needs to do 100 to 50, 100,000
That's a
shots,
lot,
5,000 shots, 50,000 shots before the pump breaks. Because that's a lot of pressure. 9 bars of pressure.
So
is a lot.
if you're getting $2 or $1.25 for an espresso, and you're doing 100,000 espressos, so
I mean, yeah, it'll
is there any
clear.
math? Can you do the math? Tell us, folks. Bring the math. It's
Right.
worth
But
a $20,000 machine to make.
But you're gonna because
mean-
if you have a $20,000 machine like the top of the line Cinesso, you're gonna charge a lot more for your coffee because it's a better coffee, and you're gonna
That's
buy better
why.
coffee, so you're gonna charge more.
I mean, it comes out creamy and
Yeah.
frothy and
It-
oh my
the
god.
froth comes out. It's so beautiful, and you drink. It's like, oh, this is God. Like this is like the liquid. It's ambrosia. It's ambrosia.
It's espresso,
My
yeah.
grandmother used to make ambrosia. It was like Jello that was chopped up,
Oh, disgusting,
and,
no,
and she
oh,
put
God.
some mayonnaise in it.
Oh God, no.
Take it to the church,
fuck
church
that.
pitch-ins for
Give me
ladies'
high
kids.
class coffee brewed with Cinesso.
You
Yeah.
can make anything with a lot of drinks start with espresso. Lattes, espresso, and coffee.
Espresso, yeah.
Lefty cappuccino is lefty cappuccino is different. A cappuccino is espresso and coffee,
Cappuccino's kind of
froth coffee.
Americanized, isn't it? It's North Americanized.
I think it
It's
could just be
just-
different.
it's
I'm
just
not quite
different.
sure.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. But it's just a different form of adding milk to
Yeah.
your coffee.
Milk.
And
Frothy,
it's
foamy.
something that normal Americans can drink.
Right, and almost every, most milk comes with most coffees come with milk. So people started because you pull a shot from an espresso machine. The shot's the shot. It's not really going to change much except for the beans that you put in it. But what you can change is the milk, so you got this steam wand, and you can froth the milk if you put it
Yeah.
real tight.
Well, that
it
was a
would
good
get
sound
really
effect.
frothy.
You did that just
Never-
right. That sounds that's just exactly the way
Random
it
like
sounds.
there, yeah, put it in there.
Okay, that's enough.
Or
I have an imperial in my hand.
Right.
There we
Let's-
go,
let's see.
imperial time.
there we go.
Oh,
Or you
little
can put it at
splotchy.
the top and just make bubbles out of the milk. Or you can stick it all into the bottom and it'll just heat the milk. And then there'll be and then depending
there's so many
on,
different types of
Yeah,
coffee
depending
now.
on where you stick the wand and how you use the milk, it'll create a different thing. You can create a beautiful velvety. Speaking of velvety, the
Are you
velvet
talking
hammer.
about sex again?
Now it's round full circle.
But exactly, and here we are. But velvety
Well,
milk.
coffee
It's
to a lot of people is cafe, espresso.
Americano.
It's very sexual.
It's like wine.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
yeah,
and it's like wine
it's something
too.
close to your heart.
I mean, out here in Argentina, we live in Palermo, and there's a cafe, whatever, coffee shop, we call it coffee shops, it's a cafe on every corner.
Basically.
There's so many, and they all have these wonderfully beautiful, everyone is a different machine, and they're all gorgeous, oh my God. But, I mean, just to go out and have coffee in the afternoons is something they have a word for it, it's called merienda. here.
Merienda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 4 p.m. everyone goes out, has a coffee, a media luna. Oh God, the life here, the culture is wonderful.
Right. I mean,
really love that part of it.
But I like that they have merienda, not siesta. I mean, there's siesta.
Well, the siesta happens before, and then after you.
and
got
then you
the
go to merienda. Like
you sleep.
You have your siesta to go to sleep, and then when you wake up, you have merienda to wake back up with the coffee. Like, oh, I need more coffee because I just
Well,
woke
I,
up.
I
yeah.
thought a merienda was lunch.
No, that's
almuerzo.
almuerzo.
That's almuerzo.
Almuerzo.
Okay.
Merienda is like it's like an afternoon snack, coffee and a
Okay.
snack.
Yeah.
So coffee and a
Have
merienda.
lunch.
That's news to me. I've only been here 2 years. You know.
Jeez.
It takes a while being an expat to really grasp all the things they do here.
Right.
I mean, you get a
Almost
lot
a
of it
merienda.
right away. It's,
Only 2 years.
yeah,
Oh.
2 years.
Yeah, so we've been here for 6 years coming soon, but we'll celebrate it on our podcast. But yeah, so they have desayuno is breakfast, almuerzo is lunch, and you take your siesta. Then you wake up from your siesta having merienda, and it's coffee and media lunas, not much more, and then dinner.
La cena, but la cena is way late.
Super late.
Like
Super
9
late.
o'clock.
Right.
10, yeah.
If
late,
you
late.
travel, if you guys come here, expect to eat dinner for around 10 or 11 o'clock, because nobody eats dinner any earlier like Americans.
And then the clubs don't open until like midnight.
Right.
So
Yes,
keep that
that's
in
so
mind
crazy.
too.
Right.
And
Everything's in accord.
they're open until 5. There's a law that they cannot sell alcohol after 5 in the morning. But at 5:15, they can sell alcohol again because that's the law.
Right.
15 minutes you can't sell.
Right.
Oh, nice.
There's a club over in the Seto Vega,
Right.
McKenna Club. Live music, it's probably 700 people that can get in there. And so they have to get everybody out of the bar
Right.
at 5 a.m. and then everybody can come back into the bar 15 minutes later.
Right.
Oh, what
And
a-
if
what
you
a
so
hassle.
happen to be stuck outside without alcohol for one of these non-alcoholic times, just find your nearest chino that doesn't have a brand name on the window.
Oh, what?
If it has a brand name, they probably don't sell, but no brand name kioscos usually have a little bit of alcohol on the back. They'll charge you more, but at least you got some drink to drink.
Yeah, kiosco, not
So you
chino,
don't have to go
kiosco.
drive for 15 minutes. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that
You
is.
never know.
You
never know.
We got to sign him up for some kind of program.
Oh, God.
If Johnny can't go 15 minutes without something in his hand, you got,
He's
it's tough love.
I mean, you better put a dick in my hand then, because
He's like the canine
it'll take me
of-
15 minutes to suck. I'm just kidding.
Oh, did you say that?
LGBTHIC.
Oh.
Not safe for work.
We'll see what happens. Okay,
Oh,
maybe we'll gain 1,000 viewers.
Hey.
Maybe we'll lose 1,000.
Hey,
But,
we're open audience on this one.
we're just talking here. We're just normal people,
Hey,
more or
I'm
less.
just talking here.
You know? Hey, I'm talking here.
I'm just talking here.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
Lordy. Let's get back on the subject.
So
We've been talking about.
okay. I'm gonna.
Here we go,
okay,
here we go.
There's a couple subjects that are kind of related, and it's expat things, and also, I mean, this might help you guys, you listeners, understand a little bit about the economic politics that's happening here. Anyway, so Argentina and the IMF have a staff level deal, which means the guys in the offices have agreed, and now they're sending it out, and they say we're pretty sure that our superiors will agree. So now they're
Oh, so
sending
the
it
real
out.
workers did the work, and now
Yeah.
the high levels just have to approve it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So for
For
the
real.
Argentina and the IMF, they're going to unlock 4.7 billion but it's a loan,
Yes.
and it's gonna come with a ridiculous interest rate, and that's gonna go to Argentina, but it's part of a larger 44 billion.
Ooh. No.
So-
billion?
Yeah, but the idea is that they only pay interest on what they take. So if they're working
yeah, like a home equity loan.
right, so they're only
They give you a
agreeing-
credit card, and every time you charge it up,
Yep.
that you pay
there's your
interest on that.
balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got this limit, but you can take as much. 44 billion.
But they haven't agreed to the 44 billion.
That's
That's a lot. That's enormous for Argentina. Argentina can't afford
You know
that.
what the debt is that Argentina has to the IMF now?
Shit.
I think it's
Oh.
like 500 billion.
Oh, I don't know. We're gonna have to look that
It
up.
could be a bunch of money.
Shit, I should have looked that up before I. We can look
I'll
right
look it
now.
up actively
All
if
right.
you're talking.
So and I'll add another spot to that. So they've got that, and Malay was saying a lot of their things are saying he's going to try and build some more infrastructure so that he can get all the industries working again and get shit moved across the country, because the roads are falling apart. The rail is ridiculous.
Non-existent.
Yeah,
It's not here.
yeah, they gotta get rail. You gotta take heavy metals to the ports.
That's like the Transcontinental Railroad in the United States. And
Exactly.
that was what, almost 200 years ago.
How much is it?
200 years
41 billion.
It's 41 billion. So they're gonna double their.
The next Closest is 15, Egypt. We owe a lot.
Wow. So the IMF's largest, other than Argentina, is 15 billion.
Yeah. Ukraine, 11 billion. Ecuador, 8 billion. Pakistan, 8 billion. Colombia, 5 billion.
And Argentina?
41.3 billion.
And they're in talks for... Maybe they're in talks to take it to 44.
That might be what... we're never going to get that down. How you going to get that?
Oh,
That's what... Actually, yeah.
okay.
So they have 41, 4.7 takes it to 44.
Now we go. Okay.
Oh, so that's going to
So-
add to their debt.
Excuse
Jesus.
me, teacher,
Okay.
can I go
Teacher,
outside
yeah.
and smoke a cigarette and end this class? Okay, you mentioned Pakistan. You know, Pakistan this week attacked Iran.
I heard that, they sent
yeah.
some bombs over.
That's what's going on there? Pakistan,
Oh,
they're
girl.
nothing, you know.
Yeah, what the fuck is Pakistan?
I know a
Iran is-
Pakistani in Atlanta. He drove a cab. I drove a cab there too. And Syed was his name. I think probably 30% of the people in Pakistan are named Syed.
And the rest are named Mohammed.
And he was pretty cool. He was pretty cool. This was a long time ago. And he had a monkey. He really had a
Syed.
monkey in his house. He
Oh,
kind of
Lord.
he had him,
Oh, my
had
goodness.
him in a big cage.
Oh, my
Not a big cage, you know, maybe a meter by half a meter. And the monkey would pick cockroaches off the wall and eat them. And he says it was better than orchid.
At least monkeys do eat insects, so I guess that makes sense.
I guess so. You know, a lot of people eat insects.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, but back to the point, I think there have been
What
bombs
is the
flying.
point?
Bombs have been flying. Jordan bombed Syria. Israel bombed Syria. Pakistan bombed Iran. Iran bombed Iraq. Yemen bombed, everyone in that whole zone is just
What the
shooting
hell
bombs.
is going
It's just
on?
bombs
Why
over
are you all
Baghdad.
bombing each other?
It's Bob.
What is this all about?
What the fuck is your issue?
Yeah.
But I thought everyone hated Israel. No, they're just fucking everyone's shooting bombs.
Oh, everybody's.
Everyone
You know what?
and your mama are shooting
They're like,
bombs.
you know what? If the whole world doesn't give a shit about what Israel's doing to the Palestinians, then you know what? They're not going to give a shit about anything else. And so
True.
now everyone's going to throw
So
their bombs everywhere.
those age-old,
Everyone's
the little
Yeah, well, if he
lights
can do
are
it,
like,
fuck it. Let's just
It'll go
fuck
down
it.
to the neighborhood level.
You know what?
Yeah.
The guy, you know, you kicked my dog 5 years ago. Now I'm gonna come over with an AK-47 and take you out, motherfucker! I'm taking you out.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's headed
Yeah.
towards, you know.
Yes.
Total anarchy, total disregard for human life, total disregard for whether we're going to be able to fucking breathe 3 months from now.
Right.
Oh shit.
Right. I swear yeah. You said in our first podcast when you said it's going to be nuclear war. I think it's not that we're going to gain nuclear war by we're going to declare war. I think what we're seeing is what's happening. Just that, what you just said. We're like, you know what? Fuck it. And we're just going to start throwing bombs at each other just because we can. Because no one stood up for the Palestine, so no one's going to stand up for anyone else. So everyone's just going to blow each other up.
So what I said was I think the nuclear war is going to start late February and sometime in March.
Well, at least let me have my birthday party.
I talked to a friend. Okay, he's got an office here in Palacio Barolo also. Talked
And
to
my
him
local
last
Imperial
night,
Beer.
And he's really high level government shit. You know, he's retired now, but he knows a lot of shit. And he was invited to go to Israel to tour the combat zones and to offer advice, but he declined to do that. Well, anyhow, Juan told me last night, he says, I told him, you know, I think it's going to go into nuclear war in February, March. He said, no, he says it's 2025. He says we got a lot of time.
Okay.
So we can do it when. I said, you know, that's great. We can get our podcasts out there, entertain some people.
So
maybe we can make our animated series.
More people have to throw bombs
at
at each other for us to throw nuclear. So more people have to throw bombs at each other for us to figure out. Oh, maybe we should throw one nuclear bomb and scare everyone back into subsistence.
I don't think you can throw one bomb. I think once you throw a bomb, and Korea's going to do it.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
I hate to get negative here, but at any rate, Juan said, don't worry about it. Nothing's going to happen until 2025.
I kind of agree, but I think it's going to be like
He's connected at a high level in all this world shit.
I mean, you're gonna. It would have to be a very well targeted nuclear explosion because nukes do exude EMPs as well.
Do you think Kim Jong-un is capable of that?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Do you think nuclear bombs exist?
I mean, think of the half-life of plutonium and what else?
Well,
uranium.
Yeah.
And when did we build all our nuclear bombs? And how many half-lives have happened since our first nuclear bombs?
It's a long ass half-life.
Oh yeah, it is, of course.
But a lot of them are just, I think, dysfunctional.
So you're saying that we got duds in the arsenal?
I think there's some.
I think they don't want anyone to know. That's why the U.S. is trying to avoid nuclear war.
Well, that's cool.
Because
everybody has duds.
They're like, we have so many nuclear bombs, but they're all duds.
I know we talked about this before about nuclear bombs and like going to the moon. The video of all of these things happening. How the fuck did that video happen?
Oh, yeah.
The first steps of Neil Armstrong on the moon. There was a video camera already set up outside.
A small step for man, a giant step for man.
Yeah, but the video is
But
captured.
how was the video captured from outside?
If he's the first one to step foot
They had
outside.
an iPhone.
There we go. He threw the iPhone in his face and it was swinging.
So the other guy stepped out, Buzz Aldrin stepped out and walked over and took a video camera and was like, okay,
Well,
Now you can go.
Sure.
Is that
Now
what
you
they
take
did?
the official first
Tape
step.
videos back then, they were, they weighed 20 pounds.
He's dead now.
Yeah. How did that fucking video? And then we look at
Well,
the nuclear
that's a big
videos.
conspiracy theory. That is a big.
I mean, we've never been back to the moon.
JFK, landing on the moon.
Well, I
a lot
think-
of people don't believe it happened.
I think what made the U.S. so scared that China's going to the moon is because if they were like, we are going to prove them wrong. They were.
Oh God.
I am so sorry. I did not do that.
Well,
Okay,
if they go up there and they
And they
see a
find
bunch
out-
of
they're
Imperial beer cans
This is
laying in a site, they know, okay, NASA was here.
Well, and then they're like, when they go to the site that supposedly we landed, they're like, there's no flag here.
Well, yeah, the moon-
There's nothing here. What the fuck? They were never here.
A lot of
They were
people
never here.
believe that.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm just
the logistics to get to the moon and then to get back off of
I
the
mean,
moon.
why?
That's a lot of technology.
That's a lot of technology.
Exactly.
That
I mean,
Yeah,
NASA,
1969.
NASA is still is still trying to send people to the moon, and they're still doing like fourth and fifth tests.
Okay.
A private company
There's
launched.
no fucking way.
I saw today in the news. Okay, NASA has in a joint cooperation thing with Boeing, they have created a
Boeing.
supersonic jet that does not create a sonic boom. It can travel at almost 1,000 miles an hour, and it's like 30 meters long and 10 meters wide. They had a picture of it on this news thing I saw. And it gets you from New York to London before you can finish the movie Oppenheimer.
It's a new Concorde almost. The new
Yeah,
Concorde.
it's the Concorde. Now, supersonic flight over the United States has been banned for 50 years.
Sound, yeah.
Now, I don't know what a sonic boom really does to it. What's it, knock all the flowers off the cornfield,
It
in
just
Iowa?
sounds-
It's like-
Yeah,
The sound of it.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
sounds like there's bombs or something.
I-
Whoa, or
I-
thunder.
I
Sounds
think
like
I've
thunder.
heard one, but what is so bad about that?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well, I mean, you've seen the airlines.
if all airlines start using supersonic technology and you have a
Yes.
whole airline full of
Yeah.
airplanes flying across,
As long as there's fireworks.
you don't
all
want
the
to
time.
fucking boom every time an airplane flies over.
Okay.
But
I'll
they
do
created
that.
something that cannot
And then
have a sonic boom?
I don't think
Yeah,
that makes
but
sense.
it's
doesn't
the
ex-
shape of the fuselage. And the cockpit of the airplane is actually in the middle of the plane.
mean, what?
And they have high resolution screens so they can see what's going on in front of them.
Well,
But they
sure, I
can't
mean-
have a windshield in the front of the aircraft
It goes
because
too
it would
fast.
break out. It would be destroyed.
So it's like the new Google
What
goggles.
actually creates the sonic boom? Like, you got the thing
I
moving
think it has
faster. You have
I
a
knew at
vehicle.
one point, but
you have
I'm
a
not
vehicle
sure.
moving through air. So you got friction of air.
Resistance.
It's moving faster.
And
And
then
it's
it splits the air.
it's very
and
slow.
Yeah.
behind the plane, it comes back together
That's what it is.
like
At
thunder.
a certain.
Lightning does the same thing.
Okay, so at a
It's
certain
the turbulence that it creates, and the turbulence
Boom.
comes
Comes
back.
together.
There we go.
And
Because
it's-
once you move faster than the air, now you're. Or faster than speed of sound?
Speed of sound, I think, is 614
Because you're
miles
slowly
an hour.
accelerating.
The speed of sound is 333 miles an hour. Is it that?
No, it's 600.
Look that up.
That's why all the planes fly under 500 miles an hour. I think it's 614 miles an hour is the sonic speed of sound. Okay, you know, the speed of light is 186,000 miles.
Speed of sound is that miles per second or meters? The speed of sound is 761 miles per hour.
Okay.
I was doing meters. I was thinking meters. It's 343 meters per second.
Okay, we're talking miles here.
So it's 761 miles
For
an hour.
all you English speakers.
Yeah, you Americans, I should say. We should say Americans.
Our audience.
Because everyone else in the world uses metrics.
741, right?
761.
761.
So planes don't fly.
Meters per second? Sorry.
343.
343 meters per second. Because everyone else in the world uses
So
meters per second.
planes don't fly
Stupid
faster
Americans
than
use
that.
fucking imperial system, which is
Planes
fucking
fly
dumb.
at.
So
Anyways.
stupid.
So anyhow, it can go faster than the speed of sound
Yeah,
because the shape of it deflects all this stuff and it doesn't create that.
I mean, that would be cool.
This is NASA and Boeing.
Boeing's had some problems. Their Boeing Air Max
Oh, yeah, the
737 Max 9
Yeah,
got
that-
grounded.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that the batteries are blowing up and
No,
the
the
one with
whole-
the software system.
Well, that one happened. Boeing's been having that problem. But a whole door the size of a refrigerator blew
yeah,
out.
yeah, I saw
On
that.
that Alaska flight, they've grounded all their flights after
That's
no one died.
Airbus.
That's political.
Funny story on this: an iPhone flew out the open door.
Yeah. And it survived.
And it survived. They found
Oh!
Thank you, Apple, for creating
Let's hear
such
it for Apple.
strong devices.
they found it using
Find My iPhone.
What about the guy that was holding the iPhone? He didn't make it.
He's the one who made the blog post that went viral.
Apparently, everyone survived.
He landed on the ground.
He's
It was-
like, I
it was
found
embedded
mine.
in his liver. He survived.
He found his iPhone and they picked it up. It was still functioning. The
What, did
screen
he jump out after it? Is it that important to him? My iPhone's out the window. Fuck, I'm out of here. Woo!
I mean,
No,
I
Find My iPhone.
would definitely search. If my phone flew out the window, I would try to
It
find
wasn't even a window; it was the door.
The door, yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
huge door. Yeah.
I would still try to find it.
How many times have you sat on an airplane flight and looked at that door and
know.
all the handles and think, well, you know, I can do this.
Oh my God!
I don't. Maybe you haven't,
No.
but I think about it sometimes.
I mean,
It's a
they
little
say-
fantasy.
they
Go
say
over
jump
there
out.
and
Okay.
whack it up, and whoa! Don't forget your life vest
God.
under your seats.
Oh my God.
I want to do an air. I don't know if I want to do an air jump, like a skydive.
Oh, I would love to skydive.
Woo!
I want to skydive. So
I did
bad.
that one time.
I want to jump out of an airplane.
I did that one time.
Well, you have.
Yes, I've done it. I've done it. And
Oh,
it was,
my God.
you have to, this is back in the day, you had to pack your own parachute.
Oh God.
And it lays
Lasts
out
in your
like on a
hand.
20-foot long table, and they teach you how to pack it,
Roll
but you
it.
have to have your hands on it, only you, so if anything happens,
It's your fault.
problem. Okay, so,
Wow,
so
so you
you
don't even
put
do
it,
that.
Oh shit!
You put it
At
in
this
there.
time, you can only do it on a tandem. You
well,
have to
that's
go
what I
to
did,
a
a static
professional.
line. They called it a static line back then anyhow.
Okay.
Okay, so I got my parachute packed, and they taught us in a class, like a 2-hour class, how to fall and roll on your knees and roll over your back. And so we went up in it was a Cessna it wasn't a Cessna 130, it was a Cessna 230 that had
How many feet did you go up to then?
2,500 feet.
2,500. Okay, not so. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know,
How
the
long?
cows were ants, right? This was in Kansas.
It's high.
And so
You can't.
I stepped out. There's a little strut that's about 8 inches long outside of the plane that you can put your foot on, and then you grab the strut of the wing of the plane. And because it was Cessna 230,
Cessna.
the wings are above.
Yeah, I
okay.
got you. You
And
just
you hold that,
drop.
and you're attached to the plane with something to pull all the pins out of your parachute.
Oh, so you just.
So it's automatic.
Oh, it's not really a free fall jump. You just drop. It's like a.
Well, there's
I
a
want to do
little
that
free
real
fall.
high stuff where you jump out of a plane, you just fall.
I'm sure you're free fall.
You free fall for
150 feet,
and then the
something.
parachute catches.
So your parachute opens up, and you're like, whoa, okay, I'm here.
Lift.
And you could pull one
You're kind of
string
floating
this
down.
way, and you turn right, and pull another string this way, you turn left, and it was the most boring thing I've ever done.
Oh, yeah. See, I want to do like
floating down from 2,000 feet to the ground.
Fuck that, yeah. No, I want to.
Oh, you got a free fall then.
I
Fuck
want a
it.
free fall from like 20,000
Until the
like
last
my brother
minute.
You
did.
got to do a lot of jumps to get to the free fall.
But you can, if you do it in a tandem, you can pay and you'll just go up. And they're like, because we'll take care of you, and you can just jump out of it.
Yeah, my little brother, he can go solo now.
Yeah, okay.
They do that now.
Famous last words. We'll take care of you.
Yeah, right. Until we bump, but they're insured.
That's, you know
They're
when
insured.
somebody when a parachute doesn't go off,
Lord.
and somebody hits the ground,
X-rated.
they bounce up 10 feet. Their body bounces 10 feet.
Jesus
they go back to
Christ.
the ground. Then they bounce up another 3 feet,
Damn.
and then that's all there is.
Reminds me of
Pretty sure
9/11.
all of the Lord, stop. That's all the juices.
On that, ladies.
Is it our prediction times?
I don't know if we have time. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got one. No?
Okay. Well, we got a minute, 2 minutes.
Do we want to do
Minute
predictions
for
for the next week? I don't know if we
Oh
should.
God, predictions for the next
I don't know
week.
if I even have a prediction for
It
the
doesn't have
next
to be
week.
for the next week. It can be for who's going to bomb who next.
I don't have any predictions for any.
I think Yemen is going to blow up an actual boat in the Red Sea.
Well, I guess
And
that's
sink it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Who's bombing who next? Come on, let's go for bombs. Bombs over Baghdad, baby.
I think I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think a school will get bombed in the United States.
I think Illinois is going to
I
bomb
don't know.
Indiana.
I'm not even
because
trying.
it's just had enough of those fucking people coming up. And
There we go. I like this.
Illinois is going to bomb Indiana, and that's going to set off the maggots
gonna be a
will be
civil
out
war,
in the
shit.
streets. It'll be a war, you know. It's like all these Trump supporters in Indiana are going to go to Chicago and.
I like
everybody.
that. I think it'll be Trumps versus the rhinos. Oh, they're just fighting each other. It's civil war.
Jesus. Well, gee, I hope you people were offended by that.
Well, this is really violent predictions.
Right.
Yeah, violence
But
will
it's just the
come.
way we're feeling right now.
Right.
Thanks to Imperial.
Thank you, Imperial. Well, if you guys were offended this week, I hope you were, because you're going to need to tune in next week for more offense. Thank you all so much for listening to today's episode. If you like what you hear, and especially if you didn't, remember to subscribe on your favorite podcasting app. Until next week, this has been another Ruckus episode of
The
Velvet Hammer.
Have a great week.
Yeah.